What is up, YouTube? It's your boy BlackxExorcist here, and welcome back to another gameplay. And this time around, we're rocking with Mirror's Edge Catalyst. This is the closed beta. It was on Friday. I forgot when it ends. It might be over now. I don't know. I actually uploaded some gameplay earlier on my channel. This is just my review of the game so far, the beta anyway. And just talk about some of the stuff that I noticed, some of the stuff that I think can be improved, and what's different, because it's a different feeling game than what was in Mirror's Edge 1. First things first, let's get into the story. The story so far, I have no idea what's really going on. So far what I know is that Faith has been released from jail. She's out here doing missions with the Cabal or whatever, I think that's the group name. She does this mission, she sees this dude, Kruger. He up to no good, he doing some shit. It's the same premise before where it's like communication needs to be passed on through the runners or whatever, like, you know, notes and shit like that, because everything's being monitored. And I think Kruger's one of those people that's doing the monitoring, so obviously he's a big player into this. We got this new character, Icarus, who I think might be based off of Icarus from the first Mirror's Edge. And Icarus in the first Mirror's Edge wasn't actually a person, but a project. Icarus in the first Mirror's Edge, right, he was, or this project, and the people involved in this project was anti-runners, and they wanted to basically kill off the runners. And I feel like maybe later Icarus might actually be involved in this, and maybe, like, you know, he is going to be like a turncoat, because he reminds me so much of Jackknife. And that's one of the reasons why I don't like him as a character, because he reminds me so much of Jackknife, and like, he's just a complete ass for no reason, or like a lack of respect, which I guess kind of makes a little bit of sense if she has to just meet Faith out of jail, I guess. But at the same time, it's like, you know, do you just always become an asshole to the first person that you meet? So, you know, it's just, I just don't like his character so far, but maybe that might change. Like I said, it's way too early to determine. We didn't play that many missions in the beta. Definitely give you a real sense of what's going to happen. That was his name. This new player that kept getting thrown around was Dogen. Obviously, not obviously, you don't know, but the way the game is painting him, he's some kind of obvious bad guy. Faith owes him some kind of money, some kind of payment. I don't know for what yet. Maybe I might have missed it. I keep remembering, like, at the end of Faith, like, getting out of jail, the person or the guard was like, "My regards to Doggin" or whatever, or shit like that. So I'm assuming that maybe he did, or Faith did something that maybe like Doggin lost money on that. So now, you know, he or she is after Faith, you know, so something like that. I don't really know. Nothing can really be said about this new player yet. We don't know. So that's all I got for the story so far. Like I said, there's not a lot to go off of, so I can't really speak on it too much. But the gameplay, that is what, you know, people care about the Mirror's Edge so much, because let's be honest, the story in the first Mirror's Edge was shitty too. So it's really the gameplay and the mechanics that people fell in love with. The gameplay here, it feels way more realistic, way more refined, not as arcadey as the first Mirror's Edge. Which, you know, it's good and bad. I like the more realistic. I feel like it feels more fluid. Something else I can say about it is that it's definitely more punishing for when you miss your rolls and certain jumps. I feel like the the hard landing, the stun, I definitely feel like that's way longer than, you know, it was in the original Mirror's Edge. It looks like it does more damage, but it just look appeals. So that's definitely a lot of more punishment for that. But at the same time, combat is, I feel like it's easier. It's way more refined, and it feels realistic. And the punches, they sound like they're, you know, they're legit. They sound good. But at the same time, there's this addition of a focus meter. You can actually see face self, but this focus meter, you build it up by running, and when, you know, you're at the full focus, you can dodge bullets. And I'm not necessarily sure how that's possible, but you know, it just makes the game a little bit too easy. And I think, you know, the challenge was something that a lot of people look forward to in the original Mirror's Edge. That's why so many people did the pacifist challenge, or, you know, those challenges where you know, you would have to clear it out without even fighting. You know, just, you know, those challenges like that. which made the Mirror's Edge, the game that people love. But when you can just dodge bullets like that, it's kind of easy, So it definitely, in my opinion, it takes away from the gameplay that made a lot of us love the first Mirror's Edge. But at the same time, it is way more refined and way more realistic, and it is satisfying when like you were like breaking somebody's like arm, and just tossing them off the building, or you can kick somebody into someone else, and they can run into like a billboard or whatever, or like the structure for the billboard, and they get knocked out, and then you're only fighting one when there was two there, and you basically knock one out with just one kick. And it's cool, it's satisfying, and I do enjoy the combat. I think it's dope. But at the same time, with the dodging bullets aspect, I feel like it's just a little bit too easy. The rushing forward, there's just some things about this game. It just makes it feel like it's too easy. The skill tree, I'm not exactly sure how I feel about that yet. See, I understand where they're going with it, because in the original Mirror's Edge, you had a Faith who was older, more refined. She knew what she was doing. She had already declared who she was. But in this one, you see Faith, she's not sure of who she is really. She's new, she's inexperienced. And when I say new, I mean she's I think it was like she was a top runner before she got sent to jail, but like at the same time, like she's not as old as obviously the older Faith. So that's what I mean when I say she's new. She still doesn't know all the techniques yet. That she still has a lot to learn. And so I get the skill tree, I do get it, and it was easy to unlock, easy at the same time. I feel like it was fair. I think fair is the better word to say than easy. It was fair. The unlocks, I felt like you can easily get them. You can get what you want. You can choose what you want. I didn't think that was too much of a problem. But at the same time, it was the beta, and I'm not exactly sure. Maybe they're just like letting people do this just so they have an idea and a taste of what's to come in the actual gameplay. So I don't know. Hopefully it stays, as fair as it was in the beta, because there's some abilities that I feel like Faith should have from the start, just from doing parkour itself, which is the role that she did in like the original Mirror's Edge, which is like the bread and butter, because when you're jumping from a high place, you need to hit that roll so you won't take any damage. So I feel like that's definitely something she needed from the beginning. But that's in the skill tree. The coils, that's in the skill tree. I feel like she should have at the beginning as well. The turnaround or the about face, I feel like she should have that as well. I just these are just different skills that I feel like she should already have, but she doesn't. And the rest of them are like, they're more combat oriented, so I'm okay with those. But definitely, like, just the parkour skills, the one I feel like, I don't do parkour, so I mean, obviously if someone else who's more well versed in this could speak better on it. But from an outsider looking in, I would imagine that they would know how to do, these items, especially if they was at the top at one point in, their bracket. Because like I said before, Faith went to jail, she was supposed to be one of the top ones there. Regardless of being young, she was still, up there. So I definitely feel like she should know some of these abilities. So I'm not sure how I feel about the skill tree yet. It's the beta. They still have time to change it, if they are going to change it. I mean, it's not nothing bad. Like I said, I think it was fair. It's just something that was different. You had to get used to. It wasn't bad at all, though. I did encounter some glitches, which I feel like most of these glitches are gonna be polished, for the end of the game. I don't really think it's nothing too bad. Just basically like, I got stuck somewhere, game froze, really bad lag on certain places. Just frame rate drops. Just something that's not really that bad, because it's in beta. It can be worked out, and I'm pretty sure it will be worked out. The game was actually delayed again. The first time it was delayed, it got delayed, to May 24th or whatever, and now it got delayed to June 7th. It got delayed because some people, no, I didn't, but some people were having problems with the social play, and DICE and EA, they wanted to work and make sure the social play was going to be, as they say, as flawless as possible. And I respect that. They want to take some time to refine that game, which is good. They're not just going to release an unfinished game or unpolished game. So that's definitely good to as long as it works, and everything's gonna be fine. Then yeah, I'm definitely okay with that. It should be good. I don't see a real problem with it. I didn't experience that much problems with this. So I don't think the fix is gonna be that hard. The new date is June 7th. I'll definitely be picking it up. Like I said, I enjoyed the game. It's different than I can't speak. It's different than the original Mirror's Edge, but it's still Mirror's Edge at heart. It's still Faith, and as much as the story isn't going to be that great, I'm kind of curious. I just want to know who some of these players are, and maybe that curiosity comes from just actually playing, the game, and actually wanting to, playing the original game, and actually wanting to support and continue the franchise. Hopefully this does disappoint. I was a little bit worried about, like EA recently, what they've been doing. So I've been a little bit worried. But so far, I've been impressed. Combat is so satisfying, and the movement when you got it right, it's good. It's nice. So the game looks good so far. Hopefully it's good. I don't have any word on DLC, but I feel like DLC would ruin this game. So hopefully there's like none of it. Unless it's like some DLC missions that's like $5 or whatever, something. But that's something that comes much later though. It's not planned. It was not planned. Everything I feel like everything is planned. It should be on this disc or be on this game download or whatever. But something that's just not planned, that's gonna give the game longevity. Hopefully, that comes out, and it's a reasonable price if it's priced at all. Hopefully it's free, but we know EA, that's not happening. But this being your boy, the BlackxExorcist, did you find the review helpful? Hey, I don't think so, considering my subscriber count. But if you did, leave me a comment and tell me what you liked, what you didn't like. Make sure you like the video. It helps my channel grow exponentially. Did I say that right? Well, regardless, it helps my channel grow, and I'd appreciate it. It's been your boy, the BlackxExorcist. I'm gone.